All right, right. And um, so this is Derek O. Chawe. He is popularly known as people call him Chawe. I think that is the name I came to know him for, and I still prefer to call him Chawe, which is his last name. Chawe, Chawe, like Char Cha, and then Way, W A Way, right? Chawe. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So Derek Chawe, Derek Chawe. The first time I heard about him, I was a new journalist or volunteer with Radio Universe. And my senior colleagues there, George Ado Jr., who is now with Joy FM, and then Obed Dansrum Miracle, who is now doing something else other than sports journalism. These guys were covering university sports, and your name came popping up all the time. You and this other lady, Letitia, your names came popping up all the time. Like, when it comes to University of Ghana sports, you guys taking like. So I heard your name. I heard your name before I even met you. I heard your name. You guys were running the show and all of that. Today we're going to talk more about that. All right. So I have already posted your bio, so a few people, few of my guys may have read about you. But let's start with you. Derek, tell us, which country are you from?
Well, I'm Ghanaian, and
Mm-hmm.
I find myself elsewhere now. Um, so basically, to answer your question, that's
You're
I'm
Ghanaian.
Ghanaian, currently
Beautiful.
in Norway.
Beautiful.
I've
And those.
previously um, done some works in UK,
Mm-hmm.
and then came back to Ghana, being South Africa, South Korea, and I'm in Norway.
You've been all over the place, huh?
Yeah, I
From
mean it's
Ghana, UK, South Africa, South Korea, and wow, you've been all over
yeah,
the place. Yeah. And when I went to your resume and your profile, I had an impression that you like school. You are in school throughout. Like you're doing this, you're doing that. You finish this studies,
yeah,
you're moving to
exactly.
another place. You come across like
It's
an academic too, like a scholar, because I can
yeah,
tell that you are passionate about research. Mm.
yeah. I think when you have so much experience, sometimes it's good to share
Yeah.
and through research and other
Mm-hmm.
means like social media, as we are doing now.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's so easy because just like your story you've recounted on this platform, you
Mm-hmm.
know where we come from.
Yeah.
It's very hard, and
Yeah.
sometimes we think we can use that hardness to pass through, but it's a simple equation, and you don't need to get somebody to tell you to you know go through the storm so hard. No, you have to go through intelligently. You have to
Mm-hmm.
open your eyes to modern trends of doing things. You
Yeah.
have to understand how you can harness your talent. And once your talent um, is a top-notch talent, or you understand who you are, I'm pretty sure, like you always say, the world is big.
Mm-hmm.
There will be places that would definitely need your services,
I like that.
and
I like
and
that.
and that and that's exactly what I did. I mean, man, I don't know how to describe where I come from. And I'm pretty sure those here also have similar stories. But
Mm-hmm.
understand the modern world, and you can
Mm,
fit in somewhere. Yeah,
I like that. There is so much I can glean from your brief
yeah,
uh commenting. I mean, like your talent. There is a place for you out there, and it reminds me of the biblical scripture that says that your talent will make room for you and will
yeah,
take you before kings. Thank you so
yeah.
much. Thank you so much for sharing that. Now, let's talk a little bit about you, your story growing up and all of that. Did it impact your journey to becoming an expert or somebody who's so passionate about sports?
Well,
You growing up, you're
um,
growing up. Were you always a
I,
sports fanatic? Were
yeah,
you okay?
yeah.
You can just walk us through
Well,
that.
I mean, we were in the same high school, I guess, right? Accra
Yeah,
Academy.
Accra Academy. We
Yeah,
went to
and
the same.
I was a
I never
sports
met you. You
prefect
were my
then.
senior there, so I never met you.
Yeah. I was a sports prefect.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a sports prefect from
Mm-hmm.
primary school, junior high
Mm-hmm.
school, secondary school, and to the university. University, I was the
Mm.
sports secretary. and during my time. So it's like those religious people say, understand your calling. My favorite subject is mathematics, funny enough, but my passion is sports. So that's the
Favorite
difference.
maths,
So
but passion
yeah,
sports. Good.
and then my passion is sports. I've never failed any math. I've worked on from primary all the way to the high school before I
Wow.
turned to other subjects. Yeah.
Mr.
So
Calculus.
yeah. So basically, my upbringing is quite rough. You know, working
Okay.
home where your father has two wives, and you have to juggle between your father's home and your mother's home and
Mm-hmm.
find a place to live. But you know, as I grow up, I also watch things around me.
Mm.
I did not accept where I come from
Oh, I like that.
in terms of the environment and
Mm-hmm.
the kind of people that
Mm-hmm.
surround us.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom did not get serious formal education, and she
Mm-hmm.
impacted that into us so much. But at the same time, my passion is sport, football. And those who know me in the neighborhood knows I play football throughout
Mm-hmm. Okay.
until I had a knee injury and I stepped out. But I've
Mm.
also always also believed that it's always good to have plan A and B. If the football doesn't work, I have to be in that field of sports where I can impact and teach. So that's what I did. So when when I stepped out of football due to injury, a very serious injury,
Mm-hmm.
I got involved in many ways, helping coaches to understand how to take care of players, helping coaches to understand how to, you know, draft um, contracts for players, helping scouts in Ghana and outside Ghana to, you know, take the right people. And I think, I don't know how it happened, right? So fast track, to make it long story short, I've gone through the junior high school, senior high school to the university. And then at the university, I did my national service. I know in Nigeria, they have something like that
Yeah, they call
with
it youth
the
service.
sports, yeah, with the sports department at the University of Ghana. And
Mm-hmm.
then I was there one day, and then a coach from the United States called me. I don't know who gave him my number, and that's how my
You
talent
started.
search began.
Your talent set began
So
from
yeah,
there.
that's how it started. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know how he got my number, but you know, football is something I've been passionate about. When I go ahead, I learned other sports like basketball, athletics, table tennis, and I have knowledge about a wide range of sports, which
Mm-hmm.
goes to badminton, equestrian, all those others you can think of. So about the scouting, which is the topic for today.
Mm-hmm.
So I got involved. No money,
Let's
nothing.
let's
I
hold on to that scouting
Yeah,
part. Thanks so much for sharing your history, that your tough background and how it made you. I didn't even know that you had passion for football and you got injured at some
yeah,
point, and that made you quickly switch. Now, if there
yeah,
is a lesson in there, guys, you need to always have a plan B. If you're passionate about an industry, there might be other areas within the same industry that can help you. So you heard his story. He got injured trying to play football, and he quickly had to think of what to do next. And that is where he diverted to being, instead of an on-field person, he now became the person on the side, doing all the analysis and all the thinking and all of that. Thanks for sharing that. And I hope a lot of people can pick this this from what you're sharing. We're going to go into your scouting, but let's talk about you at the university. I think that is where you really, really blossomed. You blossomed in the
yeah. I
university.
mean, that's true.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
first heard about you when the new vice chancellor, the then vice chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Ayite, took office, came into office. I was a new journalist by then with Radio Universe, volunteer, we call ourselves. And he said he was committed to so many things, research and so many. He was going to make the University of Ghana one of the best places in the world for research and other things. That his era, like I saw a lot of commitment to sports. That was when I started seeing guys like you and the other folks at the sports directory of the University of Ghana come more into the limelight. All right, you were always in the news, doing one thing or the other. And I think that was those were the early days and the first time that we saw
yeah,
athletes student athletes from University of Ghana flying in an airplane to go to places like Nigeria to go and do sports. When it
In
comes to
South
the
Africa to
bilateral games,
train and come back.
to
Yeah.
train and come back. Like before,
Yeah.
I mean, those things were not so common. They used
It
to
never
go
happened.
by
Yeah,
road. They
that's
used to
true.
go. You're going to
That's
tell us
true.
about that. You started your sports work after you left school. Did you start when you left school, or you were in school when you started doing pure administrative and researching work? Because I know you did a lot of research from the University of Ghana
Yeah.
sports. When did you start? Was it after you left school, or when you were still in school?
Well, this is the thing, to venture, right, is an adventure in itself. It's hard because at the time you don't have anything and you're trying to, find yourself in a field that has space for few people, if
Mm,
you get it.
mhm,
And so just like you rightly said, and well, before then I was a general sports secretary for the
mhm,
university.
mhm,
So it's no surprise that I end up in the sports department.
mm,
And what I did was from my first year in the university, I always volunteered in the sports office. I was running photocopies. I was studying the structure. I was understanding the condition of service for the people. I was
mhm.
juggling between sports to sports, from baseball to table tennis, from table tennis to rugby, from rugby to football. Football is my first, but I
Love,
did
yeah.
all I juggled through different sports,
Mhm,
even with the blind sports, what they call the visually impairment sports.
mhm,
So the visually impairment sports was my idea of actually selling it to the director of sport, and the university took it. And for the first time, they were involved. And now you see how they've excelled to the national level. And I've still been
wow.
in touch with them.
So you
So
brought that
I
idea.
was,
Hmm.
yeah, so I was very active within
Very active,
and
yeah.
trying to, add my academics also to it. So that's what happened. So when we got to when I finished the university had laid down procedures to reform the sports director,
Mm,
have a substantive director who has qualifications in sport.
mhm,
And when he came, he said, I want to work with young guys, right? So the
mhm,
structures provided units where young guys can take up positions with our exuberance to
mhm,
help. And I was
mhm,
full of ideas. I mean, from my
mm,
academia, high school days to I was full of ideas. So from the university, I went straight to manage a department.
mm.
That was really tough. And
Researching
when it
and
happens
stuff.
that
Mhm,
way,
mhm,
you have to deal with the old staff that were already there for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, who would not accept that he was my student before, now he's with me. But
mm,
I think it took some time for us to blend and then make a team and do what we can the best. So that was my contribution to the university. Along the side, I was also working on talent development,
talent development.
right? Which I tried to sell to the university, to my director at the time. But I mean, he also has his priorities. He's accepted the persons with disabilities. How do we harness talent
Mm,
development? It's called talent identification and development.
mhm,
It was
mhm,
a program
mhm,
that I wanted to, I thought it would sell. But the director at the time also had another program called How Do We Reward Athletes
mhm.
who sacrifice their time for the university, and that's where the sports for academic credit came in. So
Wow.
that's how it worked. But fast forward, we had a new director who accepted, who bought into the idea of talent identification and development, and it became a policy for the university, and that's why we have athletes now running for the Olympics and all that. And you say, anytime you speak, write, don't sit down, research, put it on paper, present your ideas, right? But often a lot of people just say, I'm not that type, even though I've been brought up in a very practical
Mhm,
sporting, uh, even though I've been brought up in a practical sporting way, I try to blend myself as a student in the
mhm.
university to write my ideas down.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so
Thank you.
that's what happened.
Thank you.
Whilst I'm doing this for the university, I'm also working on my own path
Your own part
in
too.
terms of how do I get players who are very good, especially footballers. I started with football, who are very good and could see their potential, gleaming in future.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think so far it's been a success.
We're gonna.
I don't like to take
Mm-hmm.
credit for that. I tell
Mm-hmm.
them not to write my name out there.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in touch with them.
Mm-hmm.
Today, some of them are playing in the Italian league. Some of them are playing in the MLS. Some of them participated in just the Net Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
And as this was going on well, I got a chance to work with some of the national coaches in football in the background.
Mm.
And often I don't really like to be in the limelight. This is the
Yeah.
first time I'm doing something like this.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, but it's always good to also share
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
with people.
Let me read this question from Nana Gansa. Please, who are you talking to? I would love to follow him on his page and talk to him backstage. I have plans on venturing into football management or scouting. All right, Nana. So today we are talking to very young man, very charismatic and a passionate man I admired so much, and I still admire him. First time I heard of him was from the University of Ghana when I was a student myself, and he was doing great things with the University of Ghana Sports Directorate, harnessing talents, making the university vibrant. His name is Derek Opoti Chawe. Derek Opoti Chawe. Derek O. Chawe. He's a Gan by tribe. You're a Gan, right?
Well, it's a guy and Bono both
Gan and
mixed.
Bono. So it's a mix. It's a Gan
Yeah,
and a Bono, meaning is from Accra,
yeah.
and his other side is from the Brong-Ahafo region. He is currently based in Europe. He is passionate about sports development, helping people harness their talent, and then many of the guys he's actually been involved with and has helped. I know some of them. They are playing in the big leagues you can think of. Some of them are playing in Italy. Some of them are playing in the MLS in the US. Some of them are people you may have seen back in the university. He was directly involved in their talent harnessing and development. So if you know anybody, like guys, I decided to do this because some of you messaged me. Many of you, I'm a footballer, I don't know how. I'm this and I don't know what to do. I'm a talented musician, I don't know what to do. Is there an opportunity for me to come to Canada? Like today, we are going to discuss this. So, guys, don't watch this alone. If you know somebody who is gifted, this could be the chance to help him to put himself together and get into the limelight. All right. So please share with your friends, share and let it reach as many people as possible. Now, Derek has a channel on YouTube. He's also on Facebook. In fact, his Facebook name is Derek Chawe, Derek with a double R, Derek with a double R. And Chawe is spelled Charway. Charway. Look for him on Facebook and add him. Let me share his channel name right now, YouTube. All right, give me 1 second. So the guys, like, my wife is also a sports person. She loves sports. Now, when we started looking at some of the
She
talents
did her national service in my office.
in
She
your
was
office, she told me.
yeah.
Yeah, and
When
anyway,
I was in with the University of Ghana, yeah.
true. Now, when
So
when we went through some of the list of people that you have helped, right? We're not going to mention their names, except you want to talk about it. But if like it's amazing, and I'm like, would these guys I was thinking about it. Would these guys would they have gotten the chance? Like it looked so easy to me. Like nobody thinks that you can be at a polytechnic, secondary school, or university doing your bachelor's or master's degree and still
even high
continue
school,
to do sports.
even
High
high
school.
school,
I
yeah.
don't think I had that mindset that I'm wrong. We are wrong. I used to have the mindset that sports was for people who didn't like school, right? They were the guys who were doing sports around. But now we have people coming from the university, professions like the prisons, the police, and they are all doing
Yeah,
sports. And
exactly.
the evidence is clear in this particular Olympics game, right? We are seeing so many of our athletes who came from the universities. There are different countries. Nigeria is big, basketball, so many areas, so many countries are doing good in this. But we're going to talk about the scouting job, the guys you help. Was it an easy job for you? Is this something you started? Did you just start harnessing them directly, working with them, telling them you're going to travel, keep doing this. I know some of the guys I see. I watch Lalas. Lalas he plays in the MLS, right? He was somebody I saw on Legon campus, right? There are many of the guys I saw, like many of them who were playing on Legon campus, playing regular football and doing other things. Some of the ladies too, they were doing other regular sports. How easy is it? Tell us about that. How was the journey for somebody who is doing
Well,
sports, right? Those time, I don't know, the
I
scouts
think
were identifying. Tell us about that. How was it like?
I think it's difficult. Just to let your viewers know, currently I am at the Norwegian School of Sports Science, where I'm a PhD research fellow. And so part of
You
my
mind
work
if I
is
just
teaching.
hold you there for 1 second just to let them know I'm sharing the YouTube channel, guys? I just shared the YouTube channel. Look on the screen. I'm going to pin it. Let me pin it to the top. Okay. Okay. Let me pin that. Pin this. Good. I have pinned his YouTube channel name. I sent that from my other account. So guys, click on that link. You're going to see his content. Follow the conversation. Follow up with him. Like contact him. Follow his YouTube channel. Follow him on Facebook. Look, he's going to produce content that will help you. Right? Let's go on with that. So scouting here.
Yeah. So just before we go to the scouting, and for your viewers, currently I am not as active as I used to be, and with the scouting talent identification job, because it is very, very draining, and you need to have the eyes to understand and see somebody who is really good. And it was very, very physical when I started. I think that's about 15 years ago. It was quite physical, which means you have to be there, know the player, know the parents, know the brothers, understand the player's attitude. Because once the player goes to a place and messes up, they mess a generation up. Right? So I do all this and I take time with them. I can have somebody for about a year or two before they get an opportunity, either to be in a school in Ghana or maybe a scout from abroad maybe sees their potential and help. And because you are with me in the university, that's where you saw the university players. But there were others who were not in the university that I also worked with.
So you worked on them before they even came to the university. Most of them, you were in touch with them. Okay.
Yeah. Others were also not in the university. Others were junior high school that you have to groom.
Wow.
And help them throughout. Most of them, not most of them, a few of them couldn't make it. Others, a few also made it, and they played in the Napolis and in Italy and what have you. Yeah. So just to move on and let your viewers know, I am currently with the Norwegian School of Sports Science where I work, and also undertaking a PhD program in sports. And basically, yeah, you realize from my YouTube content that it's a little bit different from scouting. But then now let's go to it. So first, it's not easy. One is capital intensive because it was physical at the time. We're not to YouTube and all those social media outlets where people can put up their videos were not very common. So it took a lot of physical work and trying to get it up. But I've always believed that it's easy. I have that mindset, And when the players are in school, it's easier.
When they're in school, it's easier. Okay.
When they are in school, it's easier. That's what so many people don't know.
Okay.
And
so
that's why
if you can emphasize that part, when they are in school, it is easier.
When they are in school, it's very easy.
Okay.
Whether they have junior high school certificate or high school or university transcript, it makes it easier because then the reason being that you realize that even with the big teams in Europe, the teams are now forming football academies. An academy is not football. An academy, by its word in the Greek mythology or in the Greek civilization, means school. Right?
Yeah.
It's like a body of knowledge where knowledge is passed. And if you understand philosophy, Plato and Socrates, they had built their philosophical ideas in the academy.
Yeah.
So that's where the football also took it. So in the 2000s, when the issues of player trafficking became an issue, if you remember correctly,
I
Ghanaian
remember.
players were caught in that.
They
Samuel
were caught.
Sekufu and Barnes and a couple of others were caught in that tirade where Italian agents did not honor their part of the deal.
The deal.
And Samuel Sekufu and ended up in Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich felt the pain and they took him as their son. And that's why
that is the story.
A long time. That's the story. He spent a long time in Bayern Munich. So FIFA, these issues were coming both from Caribbeans, from Latin America and Africa especially. These issues were coming. So what they did was to, pitch in the idea of player agent and contract. Don't sign contract when you are below 18.
Okay.
And teams were encouraged to form these academies.
Academies.
So exactly. So the academies is to train these young people, right?
Okay.
They send them to educate them whilst they play football.
I am learning.
So when the teams realize that now we cannot depend on agents coming to pick up these players, they started bringing the academies down to Africa and some part of South America.
See.
That's why we had Feyenoord Academy in Ghana,
Feyenoord Academy in Ghana,
Red Bulls. Now we have Right to Dream. All these
Right
guys
to Dream.
Yes, and now they're adding school and education.
School and
Another
education.
thing too is when the players have this school or education, and they have this certification from these junior high school certificates, BEC, SSC. When you get a chance for them abroad, it's easier with the embassy. That is a stumbling block.
It is easier with the embassy. Just because they are in school.
Exactly, because they know even when
listen
they
to
go,
this part.
They know even when they go, they are not just going to play football, but they would also be educated. So that is it. For those who do not go to school, that's where you hear a lot of those people letting them pay money, which is wrong. I never took a penny. And this is public. You can ask all those. There are about 20 to 25 people that I've helped, that I've scouted, that I've
who are now big.
given the opportunity. I never took a penny. You don't have to
Not
pay
a penny.
anything for your talent. When you have a talent, your talent is needed elsewhere. So the one who needs you rather has to pay. And that's why those who play sports are paid a lot of money.
They are paid a lot. They make a lot of money.
Exactly. You don't have to pay.
The sports guys make a lot of money.
For God-given talent, it's free. You get the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what you have to do is pay your visa fee, pay your plane ticket.
Yeah.
First, if you are going for trials. Even now for trials, when they need you, most of them don't let you pay. They do it for you.
They don't let you pay.
So
you mind if we hang in there just so I can make this emphasis? If you can just hang in there, guys. I am learning a lot. I didn't know the whole history of academy, how they got set up. We have Feyenoord Academy, Rise to Dream, all over Africa. Now he explained that it was a response to the trafficking issue, the human trafficking, where people were being trafficked across below age and all of that, right? That is when they started bringing
in the name of football.
In the name of football, that is when they started bringing in this. Then he also debunked the whole notion that you need to pay for you to get your talent out there. He said the easiest way, we know this is rampant in national sports. Many people are having to be paid to be called. Many people are having to be paid to get selected. But he is saying that, look, if you can put yourself in a school, even if you don't go far, at least be in some basic education, maybe high school, maybe junior high school. It makes it very easy for a scout to easily pick you up and then work with you through an academy. Why? It's easy for the visa process, and it shows them that you have a transition, a possible pathway transition to going to an academy.
I'm not cutting you, but it's also easier for communication when you get to where you are going.
It's also easier for communication when you are in school, guys.
With the team.
So look at this. You are talented, but you are not getting the exposure. Could it be because there is no element of school at some point, or you have no record of education, or could that be a possibility? Well, there could be other reasons too. We are going to go into that, but I'm enjoying it and I'm learning a lot. Thank you so much for sharing. I just pinned down his YouTube channel, guys. Look for him, Derek Chawe hyphen DC Sports Series. Derek Chawe hyphen DC Sports Series. If you come and ask me about the sports questions, I won't answer them. I don't know them. Now my wife where they kick football. Oh. My wife is a sports person. Me, I'm not. Now talking where they talk. See him. So please follow his YouTube channel. Look for him on Facebook as well. Be friends with him. Follow him. He's into this. He does this. He loves this. He breathes sports. All right, let's go on with that. So let's go on. So you were talking about the easy path and how it makes it easy and all of that. And then you mentioned some of the guys they don't need to pay and all of that. I think this is big. This is big. Now let's go on there. And I would like us to now it is more lucrative doing sports at a tertiary level because of what we've seen. University of Ghana, in Nigeria, I know of University of Ibadan. It looks like they have a relationship with University of Ghana. So there is a lot of bilateral sports activities going on between these two universities. It is more lucrative now. People are doing more sports in the universities because they are getting credit. It's considered as part of your academic work. In the past, it was not. You were doing sports and then people were looking down on you. But now when you are doing sports, you are getting an academic credit which goes on your transcript actually. Like all of this have shaped sports, and it happened during your time when you guys played a key role in the reforms and all of that. I want us to take it from that level and then see what is happening in other African countries. What are they getting right? I admire our guys from Nigeria. They are everywhere in the NBA. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what kind of program they have there. But obviously, this is not a trend in other African countries, right? There are different areas aside from football. Scouting trend, has it been the same? Is it the same? Has it changed? What is happening now? How can somebody put their talent out there if they are struggling? How can they? If you can just walk us through that, I really appreciate it.
Well, I mean, I've worked with a Nigerian footballer. We're still in touch. It's been a rough journey for him, but we're still in touch. Very great guy. I love my Nigerian friends because they are relentless. They are they are everywhere. Sometimes not for good reasons, but I take the good ones because I mean, look at not only NBA, look at the number of doctors, medical doctors, academicians in America who are Nigerians. There are a lot.
Say that.
And I think
My doctor, the one who delivered my boy, is a Nigerian Yoruba.
yeah, it's a
My
Nigerian. Yeah,
pediatrician is
they're
also a
everywhere.
Nigerian. Yeah, there are so
Someone,
many medical experts from Nigeria
someone,
and Canada.
I was listening to, I think Joe Rogan's podcast, and someone said, "Do you know the number of the number of immigrant doctors we have in Nigeria? The most is from Nigeria." And I have not researched to find out, but I won't be surprised because Nigeria has a huge population and they are relentless. Anyway, that's just by the way. Just to before I come to your question, just to say that one, if you get the opportunity, educate yourself, have plan B, right?
Educate yourself.
And then two, don't be forced to pay for your talent. And
Don't be
don't be
forced to pay
naive.
for your talent.
Talent is given, talent is free, it's God given. Somebody is tall, so he plays basketball. Somebody is a little short and quick with the feet, so he plays football. It's given by God. You don't have to pay. Messi did not pay. A scout was called just to come and watch him. He saw something else. He said, this guy is great, and took him to Barcelona, right? So don't pay. And the second one is place yourself, right? This is usually used in advertising, positioning, right?
Positioning.
Advertising, they call it positioning, but I would say place yourself, position yourself, find the opportunities. How do you find them? You find these opportunities in so many places. One, go for trials if there is. Two, use the social media age. Get yourself a YouTube account or get your videos to somebody who is very popular and has many followers. So your videos, you playing in an active match can be seen, right? If you look at the entertainment world, those doing comedy are excelling in social media and are paid a lot because they position and place themselves well. The same with sports. We are
There's
all
a
in the
comment here.
entertainment
Let's
industry.
just post on that on the social media bit. Nana
Yeah.
Kwabena Asamoah. Can't hear the other guy too well. You mean my guest, Derek Chawe, the sports expert? You can't hear him too well. What about age factor, Dodo? All right, now let me just double check with my audience. Guys, I'll like you to comment there. Are you having difficulty hearing either of us? Like Nana is talking about. Are you having difficulty hearing my guest? He's going to just go ahead and talk a bit. I want to make sure you guys give me the feedback, okay? Let me know if you can hear him. So yeah, go ahead. So you were talking about three things before social media. Number one, educate
Yeah. So the
yourself
first
if
one,
you can. Number
yeah,
two, don't pay for your talent
yeah,
because it's God-given. Don't pay anyone for it. Example, Messi didn't pay for it. Justin Bieber didn't pay for his talent. Number three, get yourself well positioned so that you can take advantage of the limelight, right? And that is when you started talking about social media. If you can go ahead. Go ahead. I
yeah,
want to ask them if they are good with the hearing.
yeah. So, so you place yourself, find opportunities, right?
Good.
And like I said, placing yourself could be
Mm-hmm.
on social media age.
Mm-hmm.
Find platforms where videos are dropped to show your talent. You
Mm-hmm.
can use the YouTube. You can use so many places. Look for people who are influencers and tell them to share your video. Let me give you a very good example. There's a young man playing a basketball called Trae Young. He plays for
Trey Young,
Atlanta.
okay? I know him from
Yes,
Atlanta Hawks. Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
will realize that there are many players all around the world and even in the United States. But
Mm-hmm.
you went from his high school to the college. There are musicians like Lil Wayne.
Okay.
Yes, post his videos. Kevin
Okay.
Durant will be posting his videos way before,
Kevin Durant
right?
was
So
posting videos of Trey
exactly,
Young. Okay.
Trae Young way before. So you
Mm.
realize that when he got to college, this guy has a lot of followers, and the sports industry is now business. So
Mm.
sometimes you'll be selected or scouted based on your talent, but on some occasions they also look at your talent and then your pool of audience,
The commercial
because
value.
exactly the commercial value,
Mm.
the pool of audience, and how it's going to add value or improve the product of where you are going. The NBA is a product and all that. So that's what I mean by
Wow.
placing yourself or positioning yourself, which is an advertising um, an advertising thing that's it's done. And the last one is be ready, be relentless, right? Show yourself. Don't say yes. I think Africans have that thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, no. Be ready. Be confident. Know who you are.
Okay.
You know, and then at any given point in time, you let yourself, you let your talent talk, right? But you don't have to kowtow to somebody. You don't have to say yes, sir, massa. No, you have to be respectful, but you have to be there and be ready. So those are the four things I want to outline to your
Wow.
audience. That's the education. Don't pay for your talent. It's God given. Place yourself or positioning. And the last one is be ready.
Be ready.
And
I
don't let
like
these things just be theoretical or an
mm-hmm.
abstract stuff. It should be part of you.
Practical.
Immerse yourself
Mm-hmm.
in it, right? It's the same way somebody studying medicine will sit for hours reading and understanding the human body. You have to also do the same thing to understand the sporting terrain. It's unfortunate that we don't have people who have studied this sports, combining both practical and theoretical aspect of the sporting field. We don't have that much in our part of the world. But in Europe and Americas, they have that and they are studying the terrain. And it's no
Mm-hmm.
surprise that you have this NBA, NFL, even in Canada, the NHL, the
Mm-hmm.
National Hockey League,
Mm-hmm.
all doing very well. So
Okay.
understand them. That's what I meant in the beginning, that you need to understand the
Mm.
modern world
Modern
and
trends.
find, yes, the modern one, the modern trend, and then find your way to fit in, position yourself, get to the right people to push you out there. If you
Wow.
sit down, it
I
won't work.
the four pillars or the four key ideas you shared with us. I love them all. The last two, I believe, is where a lot of people are lacking. Now,
Yeah,
guys, think about this. I'm going to give you some few examples just to back what he said. He shared the example of Trey Young. who is now playing with Atlanta Hawks, right? A very young guy, very talented basketball player. But he shared that this guy started documenting and filming his stuff right from his beginning, high school. They were filming it, so they were getting shared and posted, right? If he didn't do it, many people wouldn't have seen him. Now, let's talk about Justin Bieber. You guys know Justin Bieber, right? You guys are more familiar with the Canadian singer, Justin Bieber. Do you know this guy believed so much in his talent when he was a young guy, teenager, very young. He posted a video on YouTube of himself just doing his stuff. And that video caught the eye of Usher, who then went for him and helped him bring him to the limelight. That is the story of Justin Bieber from Canada. Even Justin Bieber, who was born in Canada, had to position himself in the social media limelight. Now think about this myself. I have been gifted. I know God has given me a calling in a certain area. But until I knew the right time and I was ready, until I was ready, and until I knew I needed to bring my talent to social media, none of you guys would have heard about me today. Look at the power of it, right? All I did was to just post one video. That video went viral. People started looking for me. And then today is Bro the Choco Millionaire channel, which is blessing many people. Do you see the element of what he's saying here? Like, guys, we live in an era where you need to get smart with social media. The whole world is on social media now. It's so easy. You don't need to go and pay GBC, Joy FM, any media house today for them to show you on TV. You have the power of the phone to package yourself. It's going to go more deep into that. But guys, it's true. You know the story of a hawker who was hawking bread in Nigeria. But because the story of the hawker went viral, now that hawker is a model. You know the story of the Ikorodu boys from Nigeria, who are just doing their own small thing, went viral. Now you can tell what is happening. You know the story of the young man from Ghana, Abraham Atta, identified on the side. Now he's in Hollywood and he's doing school in the US. There is so much. Could it be that you don't have that edge yet to go? Are you afraid? Is there something holding you back? Social media, is there something holding you back? Is there something you are lacking? Maybe you don't know editing. Is there a way to get around it? Maybe you don't even know how to film. You are the athlete. How do you film? He's going to share some ideas with us. Look, so sir, I saw a video on your channel. You posted it on your Facebook, and that was you coaching and training a future star.
Yeah.
And you said, you made a post, you said you should watch out for that guy.
Yeah,
Meaning you
of
believe
course.
so much in his talent, you think
He's going to
it's
break
going to
through.
go places. And I saw the
Yeah.
training. This is what scouts are looking for. If I'm a scout and I see that, I'm looking at the quality of his training and the reps he was doing. I'm like, oh my God, that guy is born for it, right? But
Yeah.
let's talk about this. One of the challenges I had when I started the YouTube is the editing. I still struggle with that. I don't know how to edit. I suck, right? To just edit and create a thumbnail, I struggle. My daughter's YouTube channel, I was struggling to edit the content. I have the content, but I didn't know how to edit. And I'm so lazy about learning the editing part, right? Now, if I'm a sports person and I don't know how to market myself on Instagram, I don't know how to even go about with the Facebook thing. Maybe they don't even have an account. They just lack the technical. How do they still get around it? Are there some few ideas you can share so that our brothers and our sisters who believe so much that they were born to do sports, they were born to do music, they were born to do something, how can they still position themselves and place themselves well on social media so that the world can get to see what they are made of? How can they do that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think first of all, what you have to ignore is sending messages to people you don't know. I receive a lot of messages. Even this morning, I got a message from somebody. I'm not sure if it's in the audience. I have a brother, he's good, he plays this, but I cannot do anything. I also sometimes get messages from elsewhere, like Somalia, Sudan. I want to study sports and blah, blah, blah. I cannot do anything. It's difficult to do something, because sports is experiential.
It's
You need to
experiential.
see,
People
right?
need
You
to
need to
see the
see.
evidence of it.
Yes, people need to see. So first of all, to position yourself, there are two things you can do. First, the community where you play, when you are popular, that's good.
That's
They will
good.
sell you
Popularity from
out.
your locality.
Yes, it will sell you out. Very good
Will sell
example.
you
You
out
know, there's
fast. Okay.
one called Ghanaian musician called Patapa, and
Yeah.
yeah, the
One corner.
community will sell you out. Yeah.
Patapa one
A very
corner.
good example is
Mm-hmm.
this Nigerian rapper from UK. He wasn't excelling in UK, so he came down to Nigeria. It's called Naira Marley, and
Naira
the community
Marley.
sold him
Mm-hmm.
out. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it is. First of all, your community can sell you out
The
if you are
community.
truly
Mm-hmm.
if you are truly a good what's the name? Talent.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes some talent cannot be seen by the community because it's so raw, and
It's so raw. Okay.
it takes a scouting eye to see,
Mm.
right? And that's if you know you are that kind of person. Maybe you don't have the personality, or you are shy when you are on the field. Then you need to kind of like you get people who are influencers, right?
Influencers.
Show your videos to
These are
them,
people who have
and
the presence
they
on
will
social
share
media and they can
on the social
push you.
media.
Okay,
They can push you.
influencers. Mm-hmm.
They can push you, and they can show your videos. Your videos can be shared and reshared, and somebody will definitely look for you.
Nice.
On this example is a Ghanaian guy who is very tall, I think about almost 7 feet. Somebody
Mm-hmm.
put his video out there, and it was shared and shared and shared and shared and shared from that small village community in Ghana, and then he got an offer from I think Serbia to play basketball or so.
To play
So
basketball. Okay.
yeah, so these things are there. And sometimes people say, but if you give it to an influencer, you have to pay. You don't have to pay because when an influencer puts your video out there, it's the influencer that benefits.
The influencer benefit, they get a traffic.
Benefits, exactly. And from the traffic, the
Especially if you're
money
good.
that comes from, exactly. The money that may come, say, from YouTube or from TikTok or wherever. Right? So you don't have to worry about that. If you are a very confident person, you don't have to pay for talent. And then another one to get out there is when you hear of a talent, you hear of a tryout, especially for the footballers. Give yourself a try. Give yourself a try, right? And it will help. A very good example. There's a story I read from the Right to Dream website. A young guy traveled all the way from Burkina Faso to come for trials. To play, I think in the northern region, to play in the Right to Dream trials. When he got there, it was over.
The trial was over because he
So
had to trek far away
yeah,
from Burkina Faso.
exactly. So he spoke to one of the officials. The officials told the scout, and they said, because of you, we will organize another one tomorrow. So he stayed overnight. Nobody knew where he slept. He played and he was great.
Wow. Just
Yeah, it's
because
the
he
same
followed
story
his
with
dream and he made that trip.
yeah, it's the same story with Sadio Mane traveling from his village.
Sadio Mane's story. Share that with us.
Yeah,
He traveled from his
it's the
village.
same story. Yeah. So all of them, Sadio Mane is doing well. The young guy from Burkina Faso is now, I think, playing in the top division somewhere in US or in Denmark. I've not followed that much. So if you don't move, you don't improve. That's just
Wow, I
what it
like
is.
that. I like that. Say it again. If you don't move, you
You don't
don't
improve.
improve.
Improve, yes. So that's important for you to move, to improve your situation by doing these few things and that I've kind of like suggested. People, the young guy I'm training with that you saw on Facebook, right? He's good. He's super fantastic player. I don't know him, but somebody told them there's a Ghanaian guy who has helped a lot of people. And he's working with the Norwegian School of Sports Science. So I was here and they contacted me.
They
I
contacted
don't
you,
know
okay?
them anyway. So during the summer, I know a lot of people went on vacation. I tried some few vacation, but I spent most of the mornings with him. And that video is just one of many
I
training
saw that
sessions
video.
that
It
we've
was
had.
hot.
Yeah.
It was hot.
Yeah.
You were just
So,
on the ground and you were training him and
yeah.
wow.
That's
God bless
that's
you.
how I started with my talent and education. I got involved. Many people don't get involved; they just stand and watch. But
They stand
I
and
like to
watch,
get
you get
involved
involved.
to know who I'm getting and who I'm recommending. Yeah, for and once I mean, we have to deal with contract issues. We have to deal with them. I tell him that we have the physical, we have the business, and then we have the social. The
We have
physical
the
aspect is your
physical.
talent. We have the business, and then we have the social
So
aspect
there
of.
are 3 dimensions to a successful sports athlete. We have the
Yes,
physical, which is the talent. We have the business, which is the contractor part. You have to get that knowledge and the right team
and
around you.
exactly.
And then the
And
last
then
one
we
is
have the
social.
social, the
Now,
issues about bullying, about discrimination, about all those things to your
you need to be
families,
mindful.
about your relationship with the community where you play. That's the social aspect. That's more mental, you know. So, and then you have the psychology, the
Psychology,
mental aspect.
the mental
So if the
aspect of it.
social aspect is not too strong, then the psychological aspect would definitely have a toll on you. So
There are
this what
people,
I tell
there are
my
people
those.
whose, sorry about that, there are people whose careers just ended in Portsmouth
Yeah,
just because they lacked the social acumen. And they were
yeah,
booing and mocking and racially abusing the
yeah,
black players from England who participated in the Euros. And so these 3 players have been lost their job just because they lack the social intelligence to know what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. They lost their jobs. There are so many talented people who lose their jobs just because they are not well
yeah,
positioned socially, right?
yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. On that note, we also heard recently that on Instagram, the #1 income earner on Instagram is no longer somebody else. It is a sports person. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. We understand
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
the top income earner on Instagram, meaning that he's gone through all the phases you're talking about. He's smart with his talent, he's smart socially, he's smart on the business side, and he's mentally also tough. He's got it all.
yeah.
He's got it all.
Yeah. So this is just my factors that I put together. Anytime all the players I've been with, that's the young players I've gotten from nothing do not even have a dollar, do not even have a cedi or a naira. They don't have anything. I don't know. I just don't want to go deep. They're coming from really, 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 really bad home. And me as somebody who understands talent, that's what I do. I don't look at them the way others will look at them. I look at them as champions. I look at them as professionals. I see it in their eyes and I see it burning in
their
these
eyes.
eyes. So then what I do is to just prepare them for these physical, mental, social, and then the business aspect.
The business side.
What they are venturing into, because it can be very boisterous and it can have a toll on them as a person. Yeah.
Guys, I
So
have thoroughly enjoyed the interview so far. I've learned a lot. And I think there are some aspects that I'm picking for my own self too. I'm going to apply the same thing, right? Because you can be somebody with a raw talent, but you lack the business side and your talent will go down the drain.
yeah.
You can also be somebody with a business acumen, with the right team, with the talent, but if you lack the social and mental intelligence and positioning, it can also hurt you. He mentioned 4 key things that you can do to help yourself. #1, know you got a talent. Know you got a talent. Know that you got a talent. And he said you need to educate yourself. Today, it's almost difficult for you to be a sports person, going all over the world, communicate, and you will struggle if you are not educated. The contrast may get you, communication may be a problem. You know, this is an area that our African brothers struggle, right? Those of us who speak some pidgin is better, but those of us, especially in Ghana, where English is not so pervasive, right? And we speak English, but we do more of the local dialect than English. It is now that we have the trend picking up more. So we have more people from the high school who are more communicative now. But the chance that the person who doesn't go to school can speak English is very low, right? Now, but we are getting to the point where we know it. Those who have been able to educate themselves, even if they didn't have education, but they go through the sports, they find a way to educate. Stephen Appiah, these are people who didn't get a chance to school much, but they've made the effort to make up for it by educating themselves, like Kingston, right? And in Nigeria, in other African countries, we can think of them. Educate yourself. Know your talent. Don't pay for your talent. Don't pay for your talent. Apart from your visa and stuff, don't pay for your talent. If you believe so much in your talent, why would you pay somebody? Why would you pay somebody to put you out there? Don't pay somebody to put you out there. That's what he said. If you believe so much in your talent, do not pay for somebody to put you out there. And then #3, he talked about the need to position yourself. Position yourself here means Learn the modern trends of marketing yourself. Social media is the new thing, guys. You need to have a YouTube account. You need to have a Facebook account. You need to have an Instagram account. You need to have a TikTok account. Not just an account that is there, but an account where you are marketing yourself and putting content out there. You can have a Facebook and social media account, but if you don't put content out there, it's difficult. Maybe you need a whole team of people. Maybe you need to just get some people who can just film you as you are training. Your train, and we're going to talk about that briefly. What are the aspects that they should film and focus? What are the things that the experts are looking for when they watch your video? What are the things they're looking for? I'm going to ask him about that, and he's going to talk about it. And then finally, he said, you need to be ready. You need to be born ready. Guys, if you remember, I told you this. I got the intuition and confirmation of my talent about just before I came to Canada. It started from Ghana when people started telling me about it in the university. I got a confirmation when I went to Abuja. A pastor looked at me after I did a presentation and he told me some few words about me. And then from there, I started praying about it and working on myself on the side. I started working on myself. It was my wilderness. I went to the wilderness and I started working on myself until God decided to release me now. But I have been ready with my talent until today when he decided to launch me. Derek Chawe, our expert sports development person today, is telling you that aside from your raw talent, you need to know how to be ready to rise. And he made some key points. He said, you need to know when to be confident and bold and stop being too bullied over and like, you know what I mean? This is something that our Ghanaians can learn from our Nigerians. When you travel all over, you are going to come across people say this. Nigerians are very aggressive. Aggressive, not in a negative sense. They are bold. Even if they are not so good, they are bold. They pursue it with all seriousness. Ghanaians are very conservative and laid back. I don't know about Liberians. I don't know about Kenyans. But guys, the point here is this. Be ready simply here for me. Simply means if you believe in so much of your talent, guys, be confident. Let people know you believe in yourself. Nobody will believe in you unless you believe in your own self. You must believe in your own self. I believe in so much of what is inside me that the way I will present myself, you are going to believe me because I already believe in myself. Are you ready to show the world your talent? The Bible says your talent will make room for you. You believe you have the talent. Many people don't even know they have the talent. You know you have the talent. What is stopping you? What is stopping you today? And I hope this session is giving you just what you need to get fired up. Don't wait for nobody. We live in an era of social media. Start finding a way to put yourself out there. I would like you to dwell on this aspect a bit more. If you are an expert today, watching somebody's video on YouTube, Facebook, social media, TikTok, Instagram, what are you looking for? What are the experts looking for when they watch our videos? Whether you are a musician, a sports person, what are they looking for? Derek, if you can just take over from there.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like, just to reiterate again, stop sending the messages. My brother is a good footballer. My brother is this. I'm a cyclist. People will take advantage of your talent if you don't know the things I told you. It's true. You may be a good talent. Your brother may be a very good talent, good footballer, or whatever the case may be. But if you are not aware of these things, somebody will take an advantage of it. I would not mention a name. One of the Ghanaian Black Star player, I had a chat with him. I helped him with a couple of few things. We spoke some few weeks or months ago, and he's had an opportunity after Ghana won the Under-20 World Cup. Had opportunity to play in a big team in Europe. The team was okay, right? And offered some good money. It's a very popular team, everybody knows. But then the agent said, no, I'm taking you to Asia, somewhere Dubai or Qatar, because they gave good money. And that was the end of the guy.
That was the end of his career.
He went, took the money. The agent got a lot of money after taking it. The agent wouldn't have gotten much money if he had come to the team in Europe, but that team would have prepared him because it's a big team and it's
It's a
everybody's
big
dream,
team, okay?
right? So we had a chat, and he was telling me this is what he went through. He told me this because I said the same thing I'm telling you guys, that it's important to know your craft.
It's important to know your
Football,
craft.
athletics, golf is no different from any other art that requires talent. It's the same,
Like music or
right?
anything, it is not
Exactly,
different, okay?
exactly. Yeah, so you realize that the same agency that manages the fighter from Cameroon, Francis Ngannou,
Mm-hmm.
is the same agency that had managed players like Ronaldinho and LeBron James,
Wow,
you
they are
know, and
just
even
into
the Hollywood,
all of them.
yeah, the Hollywood
Mm,
actors, right? It's the same agency. I think it's called ACC or ACC.
they are just into general
Right?
talent.
Exactly, because it's all
Mm-hmm.
entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if you don't understand your craft, then there's going to be a problem. So basically, that's it about your section of it. What do you have to do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to do as a young player or as a talent who is trying to find ways of getting your talent out there, right? I am not a believer that you have to be out of your country before you succeed. No,
Mm,
I'm a believer of somebody who just shows the talent and fit in a
raw.
place that
Mm-hmm.
requires you,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we have to decouple between I want to travel at all cost
Mm-hmm.
from I want to position myself to make the best out of my talent.
I like that. You want to position
You
yourself
get
at
it?
the right place to make the most out of your talent. Good.
Out of your talent,
Mm-hmm.
yes. I've also seen a lot of African footballers whereby agents tell them to pay $1,000,
Mm-hmm.
$2,000 to get to Europe. Yes, they get to Europe, and once they get there, they never get a chance to play for any team. Once
Okay.
they arrive, they leave them there. It
There is a
happens a lot.
question. There is a question. We need to find a way to juggle the question because they are coming in. Are you?
Yeah.
I would like you to take some of the questions if you don't mind. If you can just scroll through and pick some of them.
Yes, you
I'll be
can. I've been seeing the question, but maybe you can pick, since
You
there are a
want me to
lot,
pick some?
you
Okay.
can pick
So
you can sample them out
as
and
your
yeah.
brother says, I'm motivated. Thank you so much. PK, Chawe, your advice, well taken. But I think these questions are very pertinent. If you could give an overview, okay, let me click on that. If you could give an overview how it works, because someone like me and the one I want to sponsor, I would like to know if it is easy to get in or highly difficult for an illegal immigrant to get in there. Did you understand this question, or I should take it again?
Yeah. The word of the use of the word illegal even
Makes it
defeats the
difficult, huh?
purpose.
Defeats the
Yeah,
purpose.
defeats the purpose. Yeah, but if you want to sponsor somebody out there, it means that you have a connection out
Mm-hmm.
there, right? So then
Yeah.
they would provide you with the necessary documentation, like you've always been saying. If you went
Mm-hmm.
to school, you need to provide this, you need to provide that. This is how much they are paying. So you send to the school, and the school also gives you the um, admission or whatever. It's the same, right? Don't sponsor anybody through any illegal means. It's not worth it. There are thousands of talents over there, right? That can help you as a sponsor
Mm-hmm.
to land a very, very good team if you
Okay.
do what I'm saying. I can assure you, if you do a good video, you send the video to me. You just send a link to me.
Wow. Did you hear that,
I get
guys?
that a lot. If you send me a message, I'm not going to reply. I'm sorry. But if you send me a video and the person is good, I'm surely going to reach out to my contact.
Wow. Did you hear
Right?
that, guys? This is an
I'm
open
surely going to
invitation
reach
to you.
out to my contact. That one makes
Make
it
a
easier for
very
me.
good video or showcasing your
Yeah.
talent. Very
I
good
would
video.
definitely push it.
Where he can fully see your talent.
Yeah.
He said he will surely look at it and get
Yeah.
his contacts on the ground. Everywhere in the
Yeah.
world, he's got a contact. He is going to put you
I get
through.
messages
Right?
every day. We need a striker. We need a blah blah blah. I do get those messages. I have to be honest with your viewers. But sometimes I don't reply because I don't have good videos, and I'm not in Ghana. I'm not
You are
in
not in
Nigeria. I'm not in
Ghana, you are in
Somalia.
Europe.
I'm not
Mm-hmm.
in Namibia. Do you get my point?
I got
So
you.
if you send me a very good video, and I know the person is very good. I just push it up.
You push it
And
up
then whoever send the video, I let you deal directly with them, because
with them
I don't
directly. You
want
don't.
to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no more active, like I said, as
Mm-hmm.
I used to. Maybe from next year, probably, or from
Mm-hmm.
next 2 years. But I can connect you with
Mm-hmm.
whoever is in charge, who is my friend. Before
Thank
I
you.
do that, I try to
Thank
know
you.
you very well.
I appreciate.
And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You appreciate.
just
Mm-hmm.
let me share this with you.
Mm-hmm.
About last month, somebody sent me a video,
Mm-hmm.
and I push it. The video went through, and the team they were willing to give him everything he wants. He's a Ghanaian.
Wow.
Everything he wants, from the money, from everything, has been discussed, right? Only for us to know that this guy's document, he has faked some of his documents.
Yes,
And
fake. We need
everything's
to talk
true.
about that aspect.
Yeah.
1 second, eh? The landlady is in the house, eh?
Yeah.
She just woke up.
Yeah. So I mean, just before he come back, like I'm saying, somebody sent me a video, and he even sent it to me through Facebook. He just dropped it on Facebook. Whether you are my friend on Facebook or not, you can always send me a message, and I can open the message. So I watched the video, and I realized the guy is good. I sent the video to my contacts. It was a second division team, and they liked him. And it's the team is of course in abroad. They liked him. They want to help. We've done everything. I said 2 weeks ago, everything was done, and the guy is in got a visa and everything. But when he got there, I realized that he faked some of his documents, which is difficult for him to get work permits to play. Huge disappointment.
Not
Huge
just huge
disappointment.
disappointment, but that is also
To
your
me too.
credibility, your reputation on the line.
Exactly. To me.
This job is hard, though.
So
So how? I know in Africa,
but
we cheat with everything.
but
Eh?
what
We cheat
helps
with
me
our age,
is my openness with
your
my
openness.
contacts. Yes. My openness. I wouldn't let a day slip to hide something. No, that's not how it works. So when you also put in all your video over there, put in real documents. Make sure what I mean by real is legal documents. This
Legal
helps
document.
whoever is sponsoring you
Mm-hmm.
in Ghana or Nigeria, or the team where you are going. It makes things easier for them and as well
Mm-hmm.
as you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that I do lately. That I do
Mm-hmm.
lately. Yeah.
Wow, guys, you heard about the legal document part. It can kill your entire career. All right. Basically, with illegal document, it is anything that you fake. Anything that you fake on paper, which could be verified and verified. Maybe you fake your passport. Maybe you fake your certificate that you went to the school but you didn't go, or maybe a whole lot. Like, you know what, guys? Remember, talent cannot be hidden. Talent cannot be hidden. Nobody can hide a talent. Oh. Nobody can hide a talent. The talent that God gave me, nobody can suppress it. The talent that God has given you, nobody can suppress it. Just do your best. Do your best and leave the rest for God to do. Don't bend things at all costs and make them fake. You may just be ruining your entire career. You heard stories of people whose careers are over just because of things like this, right? You can, even if you don't have the background, even if you're not from a big family, you are not from an influential family, just believe in your talent and follow and do exactly what he's saying. Make a good video, have your own channels out there, social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, push your video, follow him. I have pinned his YouTube channel, guys. Click on that YouTube channel, go and subscribe, follow him, pick his email, all right? Pick his email, go, and I have put his bio as well. His contact is on it. If you read the bio at the beginning of the session, I made a post about it last night, actually. You're going to I want you guys to connect with him. But remember what he said. He will not respond to people who just contact him and say, I am a talented this, I am this. That doesn't mean anything. They are looking for the evidence. And it's something I struggled with, guys. Do you know I had so many dozens of messages about I need you to help me. I have this problem. I need you to help me. I need help. Can you sponsor me? But I had clearly stated that you need to show me evidence of who you are. For me, it's so hard for me to read a long message When you're telling me about your problems and how you need help, without you telling me what you have, I call it the two fishes and the 5 loaves of bread. Show me what you have. Show me that I have these results. These are my results. They are so good. I need help. Or give evidence. People are looking for evidence. They are not looking for your problems. I want you to hear this out. Nobody wants to hear your problem. Everybody has problems. I have problems. People want to hear the evidence of what you're doing. Huh? So many of you that I never responded to is because you were recounting your problems, which I also have, without telling me what you actually have on the ground. Don't tell me you need me to sponsor you. Tell me what you have. Tell me these are my grades. Look at them. Tell me this is how good I am. Give me evidence to show that this is you and this is what you are doing to help yourself out. That is what he's also saying here, guys. And that is what anybody in position will also look for. Don't just go into somebody's DM and asking and asking and asking without showing what you have. Show me your 2 loaves, the 5 loaves of bread and your 2 fishes. And then I could be in a position to either add to that. When you always come forward with what you have, instead of what you don't have, it makes it easy for people to work with you. And I hope you are going to get into his inbox on Facebook, showing him what you have instead of what your problems are and how you want to travel, right? He has said it already. So you can tell you I'm not the only person who doesn't respond to those. Those messages don't help at all. I need this. I need this. Show what you have. Thank you so much for emphasizing that. Now, I'd like you to go through some of the questions. Pick some of them if you don't mind. I'm also going through them. I have 2 phones here, so I'm going to pick them. But I want you to go through them, scroll. If there is any question, that guys, keep your questions coming. If we didn't read your question, keep them coming. We're going to do our best to read some of the questions. I have also pinned his YouTube channel name there. Please go and subscribe. Share this with your friends. He has also sent an open invitation that if you can send a very good video of your talent in sports, he will push you out there. Even if it's not in sports, guys, send it to him. He will still share it. You never know. Justin Bieber was so gifted. All he had to do was to get on YouTube and make a video of himself. And then Usher saw it, and Usher picked Justin Bieber up from Canada. Today, you know Justin Bieber is a serious global sensation. Until he posted a video on YouTube, nobody would have seen it. Until I did my first video, you guys wouldn't have seen it. Put yourself out there. Place yourself out there. If you have believed so much in your talent. All right. Ben Tobichi, bro, I have a good player. So Tobichi, I like you saying you have a good player. I hope you can go beyond that by telling us more about this player and giving us evidence to back that. You can let this player contact my guest, the expert sports development person here, who has scouted so many of the talents, guys. So many of the talents. Is that something you want to talk about? Some of the guys you've heard, is that something you want to talk about or another time? We could mention some of the names. You know, I know you. You don't like putting yourself like
you know, I
you
hardly
hardly
mention
do
the
that. You
names.
don't even like taking credit for things you do. I know that. I know
Yeah,
that.
I hardly
Right?
mention the names, but
Mhm.
there are some of them you've seen on TV, on
Mhm.
yeah, you've seen on TV and all that. I
Good.
mean,
Now
they know I'm very shy. They
you're
know I
very
like working
shy.
in the background.
I like that.
Yeah, I
Somebody
like
is
working
asking
in the
Michael.
background, and
Michael Desta
yeah,
Sedo is
and all
asking.
that.
Chawe, a Ningo Pram Pram guy. Do you have some Ningo Pram Pram in you?
I know. I mean, all Chawes come from
Okay.
Chawes. There are Chawes in Prom
Mhm.
um, and then from Krobo as well. But yeah, they are the same. They are the same people. So we
Good. Good.
migrated
Good.
from Prom to La,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
But yeah.
Ben Tobichi is asking, bro, please, can we have his page, please? You mind just saying hi in the comment section so that I can only
Yes,
pin
I
one
am.
comment.
I am.
Can you say hi? Just type. You see the screen, huh? Where there is
Yeah,
an
yeah.
envelope, something like an envelope. Click on that and just type hi so that they can see your name, if you don't mind, your Facebook name.
Oh, I see.
Just click on that
I
envelope,
thought
which
I have.
comes. It comes
I'm
before the
using my
finish.
phone, so
It comes before finish. Can you see that?
just.
It comes before finish.
No, yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, click on that and just type
I
hi and
think
drop
it's
it.
just there. They could see it.
Okay, so
Well, you know,
that's
this
his name
thing.
there. That's his name, Derek O. Chawe. Can you see that? Derek O. Chawe is currently based in Norway and he's doing a lot. He's personally, guys, there are people you see on the screen, and he identified them, he coached, he scouted them, he helped them reach out, and some of them were picked up to go to college in the US. Some of them from there, they got called and drafted. Some were drafted, like, no, he mentioned people who have gone to Napoli and stuff, right? Don't wait until, like, guys, follow through with the advice he's giving you. He's in the field. He knows what you need to get yourself out there. Follow through with the advice. Guys, I hope you've seen his name. I have pinned down his YouTube channel. Can you all see it? Share this. Go and subscribe. Okay? Send him an email. His email is available. When you just comment, he's going to just, his Facebook name is also the Derrick with a double R. O dot space Charway, 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 Derrick Charway. He doesn't discriminate based on where you're coming from. Even though he's from Ghana, he works with people. You heard him mention that the Nigerian reached out. Look, he doesn't care. He's traveled the world. He's moved from Ghana to South Africa, from South Africa to UK to Korea. He's worked there, and now he's currently in Norway. He's been all over. He knows the trend, right? And you even had something to do with the London Olympics, something like that in 2010.
The London 2012.
Can you talk a little bit about that? You had something to do. Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Even in Korea too, you had a whole lot to do there too. Mm-hmm.
You see, the talent identification and the football thing is a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even my work. My main work is project management and research in sports.
Project
so
management and research in sports.
What I did was, the London 2012 decided to inspire the world, right? They want to reach out to 20 countries in 12 countries, 20 million children or young people in 12 countries. So 2012, you see, 20 million children or youth in 12 countries, so 2012. So the 20 countries, I was lucky to be one of the managers of one of the country, which was Ghana. So
Ghana.
My work was shuffling between UK and Ghana, providing reports, working with local experts, getting more young people, young leaders through sports programs and all that. So we ran programs in the south, middle part of Ghana, and then northern Ghana. So that was very hectic. It was a 4-year project. And we finished, and I was lucky to get another project again called the International Development Through Sports, international development through international ideals, international developed through excellence and leadership in sports, which was also a 3-year project. So I was done with it, and yes, I moved on. And
wow, so you work with the London Olympics 2012 for a 4-year period, and then you got a contract again for 3 years because they were impressed with your work, and then you moved to Korea.
The program was actually managed by the UK Sports International, which is in Ghana, the National Sports Authority. So they channeled through the British Council Ghana, University of Ghana as well. So yeah, so that's how the work was. And I made very good friends, very good contacts along the line. And without all these, I don't think I'll be where I am today. So
thank you.
Everybody has a chance. Just show yourself and be ready. Yes.
We pray for your life. We pray for sharing wholeheartedly and holding nothing back. Many are looking for information that can change their life, and you decided to share your time. You are a young family man. You have a daughter. You should probably be doing something with your family man, but you decided to share this with me and my audience. God bless you so much. We can't thank you enough, right? My audience, what will you say to him, guys? Let him know. You can just show your appreciation to him in the comment section.
Yeah, but
and
before you go, really once again, I like action. Send me video. Great talent. I'm willing to push it. Yes, don't write too much. Don't write messages. I have, like I said, I receive it already and I'm not responding. But I want to see great video, and then we take it out from there. Whoever sends it to be part of the journey. I don't try to take the person out.
Good.
I will introduce you.
It doesn't, guys. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter which country, right? Somebody from Jamaica, somebody from St. Vincent, somebody from Somalia, anybody. It doesn't matter at all, right? If you believe in your talent,
not only football too.
Share.
Not only football.
Not only football. Did you hear
athletics,
that?
and other
Not
sports.
only
Yeah.
football. Just sell yourself. Even if you're a musician and you're gifted, put yourself out there. Any
Yeah.
art at
I
all that
think.
you're talented, just put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think I have to emphasize that sports. As for music, I don't have much talent there.
Mm.
But I don't think I know much about the music. I've only read about, but
Mhm.
all the sporting disciplines, from athletics to football to handball to what have you. But I think football and athletics will be the best that
Okay.
I can provide some sort of
But,
support. Yeah. Recently,
thank you.
we helped a guy from Sri Lanka.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's currently playing sport for, I think, Texas A&M.
Texas,
And
okay,
yeah,
is in the US now, but
yeah,
he's from Sri Lanka.
yes,
And you helped
yes,
him with
yes.
that.
So
Thank you
that's
so
how
much.
it
God
is.
bless you.
He just showed you. He shared his video with one of
Mm.
my guys,
Mm-hmm.
and
You pushed it.
things worked out. Yeah,
Nice, nice, nice. Guys, you hear that, huh? No more excuses, oh. Social media day of palm. No more excuses. Even if you can't take a good video, let somebody film you live in action. You remember I posted a story of a Ghanaian guy who was scouted to come to Canada, to come and school here, playing basketball. They scouted him. You have no idea who is watching him. I also shared the story. Beyonce's video with Shatawale. I don't know if you saw that video. Um, something King. What's the title, guys? Remind me. Beyonce had a video, a song with Shatawale as part of the Lion King album. There is a musician in there who was doing the choreography and dancing. He painted his body.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I think he's from Nigeria.
Nigerian, yeah.
He's Nigerian. He shared a story. He said all he does is to put his dancing videos on Instagram. Beyonce's
That's it.
team got into contact with him and said, "We want you in there." Guys, you have no
That's it.
idea. You have no idea. You don't need to go pay somebody. If you are blessed with the talent, you'll be
Yeah.
blessed to get it out there. You don't need to go pay no connection, man. You don't need to go and pay no
Don't chip in
agent.
the talent.
Don't chip in
Don't
your
chip in
talent.
it.
These guys are making
Yeah,
money. Trae Young, who he's talked about. Trae Young, he talked about
yeah,
Trae Young, the basketball player from Atlanta, who was making videos of his own talent and putting it out there. Do you know yesterday or 3 days ago, he just signed a rookie year extension. Rookie year means this guy just entered the NBA. He just entered
yeah.
the NBA. When was the last year or so? But look, he just signed his rookie year extension worth almost
Yeah.
$200 million. Would some of us make this money, even 1% of it before we die?
His father had tried to enter into the NBA during his time when social media wasn't rife. He couldn't.
He
So he
couldn't.
ended up playing elsewhere. So he channeled all his efforts to train his young boy.
He trained his
Now he
boy.
understands the terrain, and he got
Mm,
help from this Kevin Durant and
mm,
Lil Wayne pushing his videos out there.
I
So
know.
yeah,
Mm.
create a
Guys,
market value for yourself.
this is an area we all struggle to know. Our African athletes and sports, they don't have social media accounts. They don't have social media account. Reduce the time. Look, find time and market yourself. Cristiano Ronaldo is the top earner on Instagram. He's marketing himself. How about you? You are not marketing yourself. You are not educating yourself. You are not only talent. Wait, please find a way. Your talent can be raw, but you need to find a way to get it out there. You need to. Remember, if I didn't put my talent out, you wouldn't have seen me, right? No excuses. He's welcoming the videos. No more excuses. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. If you wonder why African athletes are suffering and other places they are getting scouted all the time, we are not packaging ourselves well. Package and well. Packaging can sell. Packaging can sell a product. Market yourself well. Ask for help if you're struggling. Ask for help. Ask somebody. Maybe you don't know how to do this. I didn't know how to edit my videos good. I asked for help. I got a lady who edits my daughter's video for me and I pay her. Right? Like, get help, get help, get help, get help. Even me, if you send me some really good talent of you, I might post it on my channel. I may post it. If I like it so well, I'll post it. And remember, do not go and sell your problems only. Show people what you can do. Show them the evidence. Don't come into my inbox and ask me for money. Show me what you're already doing. I hope you enjoyed today's session. Now, those who doubt that you are a Ghanaian and a Ghan person, I'm going to make it a tradition. Anybody who can't say you must speak your local language. Mr. Kuti, Mr. Foti, let's flow a little bit so
Yes.
that those who think you are not from Ghana, who think you are a Jamaican faking
Oh,
to
no, I'm
be
from Ghana. I mean, I see people in the comment sections that know me, so
they know you, huh?
they
So
know me very well.
let's know. Oh, fine, to your thing.
Hey, I'm doing well, me Ojogba.
Go. Or living
I'm somebody who grew up by the coastal part of Labadi. Come on. I mean, come on, Jemen for me, you know. You know, and Ole, I don't, just for our Nigerian friends, I taught the local language in junior high school after my high school education. I taught it in junior high school.
You even taught the
After my
language.
senior high school, I taught Ga
You
for
taught
2
Ga.
years.
So
So I have students who studied Ga who are now lawyers. Some I met at the University of Ghana call me say. So yeah. So,
guys, I can confirm. I can confirm that when I talk to him, we speak out throughout. We speak out, right? I hope you enjoyed today's session. I just yes, I was best footballer in my school doing senior high school, but due to financial issues in Ghana, could not make. So now you know, guys, financial issue is no longer an excuse if you are talented. Social media says so. With social media, put your talent out there. Or you see, he hasn't asked you for money. He's saying, show him your talent. Record your talent and show it to the world. Okay. Daniel A. As so many Africans love to put their misfortune and problems on other people for sympathy. I agree with you. Many of the messages I normally get are people who tell me about their problems instead of telling me what they have. I have a principle. Before you ask for help, show me your 2 fishes and your 5 loaves of bread. Right? Jesus asked for that. Before they asked him for food, he asked them, what have you got? And they said, we got 2 fishes and just 5 bread. Oh, it's all right. Now bring that thing and let me multiply it and make it more. Some of you, now only problems where I am this, I don't have this, I can't eat. Help me out. How do I know? You are just narrowing. You think me, I don't get problem. Me too, I get some more. But we try help each other. So make you can't dump your own problem on me. Just like that. Don't dump it on him. He told you he won't respond. That tells you many celebrities and personalities will never respond to you if all you do is to tell them your problem. Our gospel musicians,
when the video is captivating, nobody would let it go.
Our gospel musicians, there are some gospel music I don't listen to, because when you listen to them, our only problem where they take before God. Our only problem. Jimmy, oh my God, I don't listen.
Jimmy, just to add, for those who wants to study maybe sport management or what have you, they can watch my videos on YouTube. I've interviewed sport managers from how do we call it? Sport managers from
I saw
Ecuador,
from Sri Lanka, Somalia. I saw different countries that you've interviewed experts from. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the line disrupted a bit. I didn't get you there. If you can hear me, the line disconnected.
Yeah,
So those
I was
who want to study, those
saying
who
that
are interested in studies in sports management, you were saying something.
Sport management or whatever. I've interviewed people from Lesotho, from Sri Lanka, from Brazil, from Pakistan, from Ecuador on my YouTube channel, and they tell their journey. You see how the field is so broad and where you can fit in. So it'll be great for you to watch and then share. I have more videos coming from other sport managers from Ukraine, from Iran, and other places, so that you realize that for those who wants to go into scouting, those who wants to go into sport management, those who wants to go into sports coaching and all that, you have all these things, you have all these people sharing their experiences.
Yes,
and it will be fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, it will be fantastic to listen to these videos. Yes.
Thank you. Just to also stress, he's an academical. Aside from all the things he's doing, he's an academic. He's a doctoral fellow. He's somebody who is a PhD. You're going to call him a doctor, right? That is why he's even in Norway as a PhD person, right? So If you are interested, maybe yours is not that you want to go to the management side of it. You want to study sports, kinetics, and other things. Get in touch with him, chat with him. He's going to probably just advise you on how you can proceed. All right. Don't ask him to do your work for you. Huh? He can just counsel you and show you the way forward. Right. Some of you just like to jump all the problems. Huh? And there is a question that kept coming. I won't forgive myself if you don't answer this question. Age. Somebody's asking, AJ Steven, I'm now 29 years. So somebody's asking age. You know, in sports, age is a big deal. Huh? The younger you are, the primer you are. But when you hit a certain age, it becomes a problem. Can you briefly touch on that? Age, is there an age concern? What age are you looking at so that people, when they are sending you the videos, they can look at all of this? What age bracket? Do you have an age bracket?
The age issue plays a role, and when you are younger, it's better. And you know, as men and women, our testosterone reduces with age. For men, I think it's 21, and for the ladies even earlier. I think the ladies is men is 21, and the ladies is also a bit same. So it's important that if you are 30 years plus, depending on the sport, like golf, you know, and maybe hurling, you know, and other things, maybe you can. But in football and athletics, I mean, you just your curve is just going down.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I wouldn't advise you to invest your energy in pursuing such physical sports.
Mm-hmm.
GMO, yeah. But if you are within early 20s and then late teens is fantastic. That's what people want.
Good.
Because the sporting career usually spans between 10 to 15 years, unless you are Ronaldo or Zlatan Ibrahimovic or Messi. Yeah, those people, they are gifted physically. It comes once in a while. So imagine if you are 27 and your sporting career is only 10 years, they won't benefit that much because you may not run as fast as you can when you are early 20s or late teens. Yeah. So the age plays a big role. The age, it's not just the age, your body type, and it's been recorded previously, as you know, that most Africans, our heart rate and pulse is irregular.
Okay. So previously, most Africans, our heart rate and pulse is what?
Yeah, it's irregular. Right?
Irregular. We have irregular heart rate. Okay.
So when they go for trials, they miss it. They miss the medicals. Some years ago, it used to be a lot, but I think technology has advanced now and it's being solved. But then again, people do have those issues. Eat well, train well, and so that you don't have these issues. You go for trials, you miss medicals. They cannot take the risk of getting you to play. So all these, it's a complexity. All these play a role. You may go there, you have great talent, you've showcased your talent, but maybe medically you did not pass.
Nice,
you know.
Nice.
Yeah, you remember this guy Dembaba?
Dembaba, yeah.
Yes, he did not pass the medicals for Liverpool because they realized they saw a fracture in his bone. I think it's femur, so I don't know, the long into the foot. So they did not sign him, and Chelsea decided to give him 1 year and then give another 1 year. They did not commit him to full contract. Then he went to China where they gave him a full contract and the leg broke. You saw that video. Very heartbreaking. The leg broke like this.
That's true.
Exactly.
Because the evidence was showing before that it was
showing before, yeah. So and this one is visible because it's the bone. But for the irregular heartbeats and other things are also issues that they take into consideration. So you see, it's a little complex, but
guys, we need to watch ourselves where everything is connected from our food to our talent, to everything. Yeah. So take a lot of advice from this. Watch yourself.
You may get a chance to go for trials, but you may also have these issues if you don't take care of yourself well.
Okay.
Talent is given from God, and if you treat God well, treat your talent also well.
Treat your talent
and
well.
Just to add, I always say that organization, corporations, UN, they are all organizations. And the word organization itself comes from the word organ, your heart organ, your excretory, all those organs in your body. You have to take them well, just as a director of a company or an organization will take their company well, so that you'll be fit for future whatever. So basically, that's what I also shared.
We've learned a lot today. I've learned about how to identify your talent, educate yourself, don't pay for your talent. I've learned how to position myself, social media, in an era of social media without paying. And I've also learned to be ready with my talent so that when the time is up, you will decide to be so bold and confident without just going to anybody who wants to bully you out of your way, your talent, right? And we learn a lot. We learn a lot about just also having the right mindset, physical fitness, mental fitness, social fitness. He talked about the business acumen as well for being a successful sports person. He talked about the generality of the need for you to also step forward and also take care of your own body and all of that. And he also talked about the need to keep a clean sheet and legal documents. And right, you can travel and get a chance, but your documents can shoot you down. And I have definitely gotten a lot of quotes from him as well. To venture is an adventure. To venture is an adventure in itself. He said so. And he also said that if you don't move, you don't improve. You remember that? If you don't move, you don't improve. That's how he says so. Thank you so much. God bless you so much for being a blessing to Africa, for being a blessing to the world. And we hope that many people will stand up one day and call your name because of the influence you had on their life. The channel name for his YouTube is down there. I have pinned the channel down. It is Derek Chawe hyphen DC Sports Series. Derek with a double R space Chawe CHARWAY hyphen DC Sports Series. Look for him on Facebook. Look for him on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. Send him a message. Ask for his email. You can Google his name. You're going to read about his profile. It's online on Facebook as well. He's also there as Derek O. Chawe. Derek O. Chawe. Send him a friend request on Facebook. Do you have any other social media accounts that he can follow you on?
I think.
Do you have Twitter? Do you have TikTok? I know you are.
Yeah, I have Twitter. It's just I can just share. I think Twitter is even better because I'm not too active on Facebook.
You're not too active
at all, but Twitter is even better.
Okay,
so people might send me messages on Facebook and I might not get it.
Yeah, I remember.
As for Twitter, yeah. But Twitter, once you send me a message on Twitter, it's just I'll just respond.
And you're very responsive on YouTube too. I normally send messages and you respond right away.
Yeah,
so,
on YouTube too. Yeah, exactly.
All right. So Twitter, if you can share the Twitter name so that they can also follow you on Twitter. Okay. Guys, did you enjoy today's session? Let me know. I know not everybody is into sports or any talent area thereabout, but I hope you enjoy the share this to help somebody. Okay. And let somebody's life be transformed. These are so many people who are playing in some of the big leagues you can think about today. All right. So yeah, share and let it be a blessing to people so people can get scouted and people can get coached on how to post. Do you have the Twitter name ready? Let me know when you have it ready, okay?
Yeah. I just shared a Twitter one, yeah.
He has shared his Twitter name, guys. Just click on that and then so his Twitter name is Derek O. Chawe. Derek O. Chawe. And yeah, thank you so much, Papa Derek. Our regards to your family, your wife, your daughter. God bless you so much. We love you, and we hope to have another session with you in the future. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. This is Choco Millionaire, and I hope to bring you more inspiring stories like this, stories that can change your life and shape your life and challenge you beyond your wildest dream and imagination. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, share this, drop the like, drop the comments, let people know how you feel. Drop me a review on Facebook. It helps make my channel reach many more people who would have otherwise not get vibes and information.
And the video,
like
the video will be shared on YouTube too.
Yeah, the video is going to be available. This video, I need to say this, guys. I need to say this. This video is not going to be on my YouTube. All right, it's going to be on his YouTube. I'm going to post it on his YouTube. All right, so Go and follow him on his YouTube. The video is going to be available there. Feel free, watch it, share it, let your friends watch it. And let's move from the era of taking money from talented people just to get them exposed. You don't need to pay anybody for your talent. God gave it to you for free. Your talent is needed by the world, and you will not pay for it. Remember, you don't need more money. You need more wisdom. Wisdom is the principal thing. And this is a wisdom conversation as well about your talent. God bless you. This is Choco Millionaire. We are out. I'm going to be live on Instagram later in the day. So join me on Instagram. We're going to do some live videos there with my fans. Ask me all your questions on Instagram. Join me on Instagram. Bye-bye from all of us. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good, good, good.